On today's episode of the Snack Run, we discuss our favorite quarantine snacks again, engage in a live Q&A with our viewers, and speak with special guest Jared Stotsky.
Before we get started, I'd also like to give a shout out to JP Norton for making our thumbnails, intro, all that stuff. Looks really good. He makes all sorts of like graphic design and animation stuff, so we'll have his channel in the description below. Okay, so for our first topic of discussion, we each brought some snacks with us to the computer screens. So we're just gonna go around and share what we decided to bring to our Zoom call today. So I don't know, maybe Yono start us off.
Yeah, so I brought some Snyder's mini pretzels.
Any beverage?
Yes, I brought Tropicana orange juice.
Straight out of the bottle.
Not even.
I got
Wait.
a cup too, but I thought we would all wait to take the first sip or bite together.
That's fair.
Question. Pulp or no pulp?
Ooh,
No pulp.
no pulp.
I mean,
No.
pulp if it's freshly squeezed, obviously. No pulp.
Oh,
any-
yeah.
any
No,
other
he was
time.
asking if there was pulp in that.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not right.
Yeah, I guess I'll go. So here I got a Bigfoot. It might be backwards for the camera. I don't know. It just says the giant cheese snack, and it's the spicy flavor.
Ooh.
It's in the shape of like a dinosaur foot. I'm not totally sure what that is, and
Can we see one of them?
yeah, I'll crack it open. My parents actually brought it back for me from the Azores when they went on a trip there. Oh wow, they were like red. I don't know if you guys can see that. My camera quality is pretty bad. It looks
Wow. No, we can see the red.
like a hot
Big.
Cheeto.
Big.
All right, let's give it a try. All right, it's pretty good. I can handle the spice. I can tell it's something that nobody else here would find spicy, except maybe Yono. It's
I have a good spice game. It's not true.
it's got a little bit of a kick to it, but it has a really nice flavor. It does tickle the throat a little bit, and it's definitely the texture is not ideal because it's been in my pantry for like almost a year. But like at the same time, it's a solid snack, and honestly, it's a nice change from the normal snacks I've been having.
All right. I went with a sparkling ice as my beverage.
Ooh.
Peach nectarine.
Ooh.
Crack the seal or it ain't real.
Oh.
All right.
Well
Here we
played.
go. We were also told to bring an exotic snack. So I went with exotic potato.
Ooh.
With 3 flavors: sweet potato, Yukon Gold, and naturally blue potato. And then I also grabbed dill pickle Lay's chips.
Nice.
I'm eating good tonight. Really. Gang?
I brought frozen Eggo waffles,
Nice.
cinnamon flavor.
Nice.
I like to eat them frozen, so they're still frozen in the bag.
Damn, it's
And I brought some water to wash it down.
Hey, can we see it?
seems like that might result in a hairy
Yeah.
situation.
Okay, for me, I have 2 things. Start off with the first one. This may not seem very exciting, but I have a Reese's egg, and also I froze it. I think they're a lot better frozen.
Sounds good.
Yeah, pretty good. And then this is a bit more exotic, I guess. I have these sunflower.
Oh, those are so good.
Yeah.
I had those.
These are really good.
Those are mad good.
Cinnamon sunflower seed crunchy bites, and
Yeah, those are really good.
those are excellent.
Where do you find those? Did you order them from a grocery delivery
I believe these are from Wegmans.
type?
All right, so it looks like we have a person in the waiting room, so we're gonna accept our first guest of the day.
Well. Who do we have here?
Whoa.
He doesn't turn his. Yeah, you might need the camera to be turned on.
Okay,
Yeah,
you guys
be shy.
recording video?
Yeah, we're doing a video also.
So this is like a video. Oh, they gotta go sweaty. Okay, hold on
Yeah.
1 second. And I'm back. So how's it going, guys? How's your quarantine?
We're hanging in there. How about you?
Same, man. Trying to stay creative, trying to stay productive. It's hard.
It
But the
is.
same thing definitely gets monotonous.
Yeah, so we have Justin here, in case you guys couldn't tell by the name. He's a member of the Newton South student body and track team.
So, are you guys looking for a question?
Yeah.
That's usually how Q&As work.
Generally speaking.
Well, if I'm being completely honest and crystal, I didn't come prepared.
I told you he wouldn't have a question. I said Jay Freeze is not going to have a question.
I'll join back in like 5 minutes.
Please don't leave, Justin.
2 hours later.
So here's a question. There's just a quote before I just saw this on my phone that said, "You were born an original. Don't die a copy." Think about that. Anyways, so think about your question. You guys wanted a question from me, and I came up with this. It's the best I got, so take it or leave it. So you're going through your attic, right? Your mother's attic, and you find an old box. You open the box, and inside the box you find a lamp. The lamp's kind of dusty, so you brush off the dust, and you find a big Will Smith. He just jumps out of the lamp, and he tells you you get to spend 1 month on this beautiful island where everything you need, but you have to pick 3 foods to bring. The catch is you can only pick 3 foods. Now, we serve to you every day, but only 1 food per food group, if that makes sense. So let's say you want bread, you can't also bring pasta. So
Okay.
3 foods.
I think I have mine actually. So
All right, what do you got, Mike?
I'm going to have cereal with milk. That's grain and dairy. Okay. Then I'm going to have. Actually, wait, no. I'll just have dry cereal, so just grain. Then I will have sushi, which is seafood.
Wait, hold on. Cereal is just a broad category of a bunch of different.
Oh, honey bunches of oats.
Okay.
And then I will have. Okay, sushi is where it gets a little fishy, but
Nice.
so sushi's seafood, and then the third one I would have chicken parm, which is like dairy for the Parmesan cheese and also protein for the chicken. But I'm not sure if I can have protein and the fish from the seafood.
I'll allow
it.
Okay, nice. So that's mine.
Yeah, I think I'm ready. I think I'll have a hamburger because that's what I'd have every day. And then that'll be my protein. And then for vegetables, I'll have a Caesar salad. And then I think for fruit, I'm gonna have to go with grapes because they're pretty consistently good. They're not my favorite fruit, but they're consistent.
Red or green grapes?
Oh, probably green.
Oh,
I think I'd go green.
Green.
I think I would go. So I'd go chicken tenders.
That one.
And then I'd go. Since I don't really want to go on any boundaries here, I'm just gonna say fried rice as my grain. And then, I'd probably go grapes as well. Grapes seems cool.
All right, ready? I'm going mangoes.
Oh, that's a good
Right.
pick.
So you got dried mangoes, you got mango nectar. You can get smoothies, just regular mango. All right.
You're
Then
getting your bang for your buck here. I respect
Then-
that.
Oh, really?
I'm going potatoes. Okay, as my vegetable. You can prepare potatoes however you want. You can go French fries, mashed potatoes, home fries, baked potato, all sorts of stuff. And then I'm going to go for my meat. It's going to be chicken because that can be prepared like in a whole sorts of ways. You can go wings. You can go boneless wings.
I think
So that way I can have like
yeah.
20 different meals with just 3 things.
Yeah, that's
And I can snack on my mangoes because all the other most of the other stuff's like meals. Like dried mango is just a nice snack.
that's a very strong case.
So I'm gonna go for my fruit then. I'm gonna go with blueberries.
Nice.
I feel like blueberries, when they're bad, they can be kind of bland, but when they're good, when they're like plump, just the right amount of tartness, a little sour, those type of blueberries, they hit different every time.
I have to agree.
And I would also be going the same route as Danny for the other stuff. I was gonna say definitely chicken. You got chicken tenders, boneless wings, all that jazz. Even just a little grilled chicken with a nice. Well, actually, is spice rub like permitted?
Yeah, sure. We'll allow it.
All right, yeah. Grilled chicken is always good with a nice like spice rub, a little Mexican spice on there that hits. And then also the potato is just, it's the most versatile vegetable. And I feel like some people give it enough credit, but others don't really acknowledge the pure like. I mean, it can play the 1, it can play the 5. You know, it's just it can do literally.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'd go chicken, potatoes, and then blueberries. How about you?
Me, I'd probably have to go with. I'd probably go with pizza. Kind of a lot of options: pizza, dairy, I guess, cheese, right? And then that's pretty much it. I go quite simple after that. I get fries.
Wait, fries or just potatoes?
Yeah, I'll go potatoes. I'll go potatoes. I think that's a good shout. So I said potatoes, pizza. And, I'll just finish it with another P, Parmesan cheese. Actually, scratch the Parmesan. I'll just finish it with a nice Clementine,
There we go.
Those always hit, especially in a nice, warm, sunny atmosphere, if you know what I'm saying. All right, boys. Appreciate the answers. Stay healthy. I'm going to go hop into Minecraft.
All right, enjoy, Justin. Thanks for hopping
Yeah.
on.
Thank you.
Anytime, boys.
All right, so we got our second guest right now.
Introducing B Money, Cool Moose, Lincoln Logs, the Jumping Bee.
Wow, this is so exciting. I'm the only one in here, man.
You just interrupted your own intro, but it's fine.
Yeah, we're doing one at a time. So, Brendan, aka Cool Moose 242, aka Lincoln Logs. Do you have any questions for us, or should we hit you with some food questions? What are you thinking?
I think you should hit me with some food questions. I don't personally have any questions.
All right. I'm not sure our guests are quite understanding the meaning of the Q&A, but that's all right. I guess we can be providing the Q's and they can provide the A's. I guess we weren't specific about that. But I guess one thing I'll say, Brendan, is what has been your go-to late-night snack throughout the quarantine?
There's these things called like Yasso bars, which are like ice cream yogurt bars.
Ooh.
I average like 3 per night.
3 per night.
I think I've heard of that before.
How
banging
late
out.
How late?
You're banging out over 20 a week.
Yeah, well, the issue is they went out very fast.
Okay.
Nice.
What's your beverage of choice at night?
Water.
Oh, healthy.
I respect that. that.
Yeah, I've been
I think
going
too
with
late at
water.
night, you gotta stick with water. Also,
I
hot
agree.
take, I think the best thing to drink in the morning in terms of beverage is
Juice.
either like
Juice.
milk for cereal, water, or like chocolate milk.
Mm,
I don't really respect like
Yeah, chocolate milk.
yeah.
Juice, orange juice, or apple.
Great to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
You too.
Thanks for
you
joining.
us. It's been a pleasure, Brendan.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.
All right, we have our next guest, Amit A, so we're going to let him into the call.
Amit, throwing on the camera. What's the deal? How we doing?
Amos?
What's up?
Score. Okay, how was eating at home during quarantine been treating you? What are
Dude,
some
he
good
doesn't have
snacks? What are some
Laura
bad
home.
snacks?
Not a lot of good snags. I had some coconut cafe the other night. That was bomb.
Hey,
That's nice.
Nice.
Good play.
this is
All
awesome.
right, nice. Amos, this has been good.
All right.
Nice to have a good
Amos.
night.
Adios.
Nice to have you, Amir. Sorry, Amit. We'll see you.
Amit, I love you.
Love you too.
Okay, so we got our next two guests here in the waiting room, Audrey and Allison, so we're going to let them both on at the same time.
We have Audrey and Allison,
Justin?
2 members of our Newton South senior class, and apparently they are loaded with some food-related questions for us.
I'm loaded with questions. And I brought my own food. I'm
No way.
eating butters, so I'm so prepared.
Well, it looks like this is actually our first guest that has truly come prepared.
All right, Allison. Let's see the snacks. What you got?
My snacks? Oh, I actually...
Yeah, what's next?
Hold up. Let me go grab it.
Audrey, what are you eating out of that silver bowl?
Honey Nut Chex. I have a whole box in my room, actually.
Oh my goodness.
My dad eats my snacks when I hide them in my room.
So we've been asking our guests some questions, but if you guys have questions for us, we'd love to hear those.
I have questions. Hold on, let me go get them. Favorite type of Girl Scout cookie?
Ooh.
Oh.
I'll take this one.
Kids into
Personally,
the children.
I have two. I think Thin Mint is just like the classic, but I think a personal favorite is probably the Caramel Delight.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yes, that's true.
Yeah, those ones are so good. Caramel Delights cannot be beat, in my opinion. And they're just so good, and you
Yeah.
can eat so many of them and just like lose track. Mints are good too. I've also heard they're good in the freezer.
Yes.
And then also the lemon ones are pretty
Oh,
good.
lemon. I was gonna say lemon. Those are
Those
really
ones are
good.
mad
Mhm.
good.
I haven't
yeah,
had the caramel one, so I can't really speak to that. But I was gonna say lemon.
So if I'm eating like a lot of them, I'm gonna pick Thin Mint. But if I just have to pick one cookie, like just I get one of them, I'm going Caramel Delight.
That's a good point.
Fair.
Never had the caramel ones, so I can't say on that. But I like the peanut butter patties.
Oh,
Solid.
I can't agree with that, gang. Sorry. How about you guys? Audrey and Allison, what's your guys' favorite type of Girl Scout cookie?
Audrey, you can go first. We already talked about this, so we have our answers ready.
I mean, I'm a Thin Mint girl, you know. Pretty basic. So.
Respect.
Yeah, I would say Thin Mints and the coconut ones.
All right, Audrey, do you have any questions for us, or Allison, if you have any more?
I think Allison has some more.
Audrey, you can ask one of my questions, I guess, if you want to ask one.
I don't even wait. I don't know which. I don't have them.
Okay, fine. I'll ask another one. It's whatever. This one's so basic. If you if you had to eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's all you get.
Is there any food you guys just never get tired of? I feel like I get tired.
Yeah, I would never get tired of a hamburger.
I would definitely get tired of a hamburger. I'm gonna disagree with you, Matt.
Jake, you definitely would get tired of a hamburger. I'm not hearing it.
But to be fair, I think
No
you'd get
way.
tired of anything. I think it's just a
Yeah,
matter of
I
like
agree.
what food
I
do you
feel
enjoy
like
the
plain
most.
pasta would take a really long time to get like tired of because
Bro,
it's
I'd get
not,
tired
like,
of plain pasta while I was.
no, it's not like delicious, but at the same time, it's not like I don't know. I feel like it's a good balance, but I don't know if I'm choosing that.
I'd rather have something delicious that I can appreciate for like 6 months than have something like mediocre that I can appreciate for 9 months, you know?
That's fair. I think I'm just go ahead and go with chicken tenders
I'd
or
probably
chicken
say
fingers rather.
also.
All right, I'm gonna go with chicken parm because on a plate of chicken parm you have the chicken, and it comes with like pasta and some type of vegetable. So I think there's enough
Alright.
different things that I wouldn't get old.
All right, steak and potatoes. Steak and potatoes.
Ew. Oh, I do not approve of that.
It's
Okay,
time.
what
We got a
part
rapid
don't you-
fire. We got a rapid fire, okay? So I said chicken tenders, Yano chicken tenders, Mike chicken parm, Danny steak and potatoes. You three still have to go. Let's hear it. Audrey and Allison.
Oh, avocado toast for sure.
Don't tell me you have avocado pants on right now.
I have a blanket actually.
Is that avocado toast? Oh my.
He can
Yeah, they're
prepare
homemade.
the avocado toast.
That's how I was inspired because I don't know what food I would eat, but I eat this all the time.
Audrey, you have
All right,
less than a
Audrey.
minute. Let's go.
Probably cake.
What?
I just said cake.
I like
Alright.
cake.
All right,
Wait,
that's respectable. I respect that.
Wait, you
Oh,
could eat
what?
cake for 3 meals in one
Guys,
day.
the Zoom, just to be clear, the Zoom's about to end. So thanks to Audrey and Allison for hopping on. Maybe we'll get another Zoom going after the limit's up. We'll see.
Being our only
Thank you
prepared
guys.
guest of the night.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having us. This is
We have Frank Zhao here. He is the president of our 2020 class at Newton South.
He was also the president of 2019 and 2018.
That's true. That's true. Three terms in a row, and he's also a member of the debate team and pretty solid at fantasy football. Although this was not his year, unfortunately.
It was not my year. It was not
So
my
yeah,
year.
Frank, we were just wondering. So, if you have any questions prepared for us, that's awesome. We can also ask you some food-related questions. But honestly, whatever you're thinking is fine with us.
All right. Food related, right? I have
Yeah.
a lot of food related questions that have just been in the back of my mind, you know.
Yeah.
Like so many snack related questions people just don't talk about.
that's
All right,
true.
I'll hit the first one on you, right?
Okay.
So, Doritos, right? Everyone loves Doritos, right? But what kind of flavoring is up your alley? Basic
Ooh.
question, but favorite kind of Dorito. I want to hear it.
Okay. I guess I'll start.
All right.
Just, I'm gonna have to go with just the classic nacho cheese. It's the classic. It's definitely the best in my opinion, and it also a nice thing about it is that it's the most common. So you can if you're
Gank doesn't like that though.
Gank,
not feeling it.
Gank doesn't like
hair all over.
I'm gonna agree with Michael. I don't know Doritos well enough really to go super in depth here, so I'm gonna agree with Mike and then leave it to Gank to
yeah,
to say
Gank. What are
he
you
wants to
thinking?
say.
The classic ones are fine. They're probably the second best, but I think the purple bagged ones are just in a whole different league.
The sweet.
You can't compare the purple bag Doritos to anything else.
Gank spitting facts right now. And first of all, before we go over to Danny, who I feel like would have some very, very vast knowledge about Doritos flavors, I'm not quite at like Yona's level where it's just like I don't know that much about any of the flavors, but I feel like the ones that I'm familiar with are the red ones, the nacho cheese classics, Cool Ranch. We got the purple ones, and those are the three that I know best. I've tried a bunch of other ones throughout the years. There's also a white one that wasn't my favorite. There's a dark green one, but the purple one, it does get a little spicy after you've had like most of the bag, but the flavor is just so good.
I want to see what Danny thinks here.
All right, so if I'm going like just to eat, like if I'm gonna go for the blue ones, obviously the Cool Ranch, at like a small gathering or like one of the class parties that people bring in, I'll like always devour those. A few years back, actually a lot of years back, Doritos did like a test thing where they were doing like unreleased flavors, and they had these like silver bags of them, and it was like bold, explosive, like buffalo dipped ranch. And I'm not sure. I think that they might have released them, but it was like the super spicy ones, and those were by far the best ones. Like they were like you could only have like a couple at a time, which is kind of like a con. But they were so good that you only needed 3 before you had your flavor like quota for the day.
Wow. Frank, what do you think about this question?
Danny actually brought up a real classic for me. I used to buy those white bags all the time. I forget the name as well, but I ate a couple, and I died. I really did. But that memory is always going to be there, the classic flavor. There's just there's like a fruit flavor somehow, and it somehow worked with the intense spice. I need to look that one up now because you just reminded me a bit of PTSD in there for sure. But it's kind of a positive PTSD. That's not a thing, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Complex set of emotions that come attached with that bag of Doritos. So that's my go-to answer. I like it, Danny.
I want to hear his answer to the question we got last time as to what food, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? You can take your time with this one. It took quite a bit for all of us.
This might seem a bit stereotypical, but I'm gonna have to go with sushi.
Ooh.
I was thinking about what foods I can just farm for a really long time, and I've gone to some sushi buffets. I've been there for hours. And I'm just imagining if I just kept going to a sushi buffet for the rest of my life, I could probably make it,
Wait, you do know you have to have the same type of sushi every time though, right?
Yeah, I
thought about that.
No, but I think it's fair to say that you can have like 3 or 4 varieties of sushi, but just those, as opposed to having like just one.
Yeah,
type.
I think that's fair.
Because a plate of sushi isn't like usually just like one.
That's true. You get the platters of sushi, which come with like an assortment.
The combo plate.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be fair to say like, oh yeah, I'll get the like I don't know, like the mahi platter or something like that, which comes with like a few different types. But I would agree. I feel like if you say you can just have whichever type of sushi you want, that could get a little bit like really bendy right there.
Yeah,
that's true.
All right, Frank. Well, thank you for joining the call. It was a pleasure having you.
It's been a pleasure, Frank.
It was a good time. All right, see you, boys.
See ya.
See you, Frank. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to this virtual episode of the Snack Run. Now that we got this format figured out, hopefully we can start churning out some more episodes to you guys. We really like the Q&A format, so be on the lookout for more Zoom links so you guys can hop in, ask us some food-related questions. Some of our guests came prepared, some didn't. That's all right. It was a trial run in some ways. But we had fun. Hopefully you guys did too.
Unfortunately, we didn't have time for Jared Stotsky. He just didn't jump on, and even if he did, we would have had to cut him. So,
all right, see you guys.